Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John, Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live on April 3rd, 2021 at 7:55 in the morning. It is late. It is Saturday. Everybody's sleeping in, but we had a big day with family and kids yesterday, so nice. I'll take it. It's nice to actually be able to sleep in for once. But anyway, this is episode number 100 so far. Since I've been counting, there's actually been more episodes than that, but since I've been counting, it's episode 100, so pretty cool. And I don't have anything planned for this show, honestly, today. It was such a busy day with family that I wanted to spend time with them rather than hunker down and research stuff. And I'm always, kind of looking at articles on my phone and stuff like that. But family first. Remember that sometimes whenever you're getting deep into this crypto stuff. And I know it's fun, and I know it's kind of addictive, and I know that you want to support your family and contribute, and you want to make money for yourself and your family, for everybody to benefit from. But you can't neglect your family while you are doing so. So don't ever forget that, and I don't forget that either. So, which is why for my episode 100, there's absolutely nothing special going on today, except for broadcasting. Anyway, looks like BitTorrent is up here on the screen, and this was the last cryptocurrency I bought, and it has gone up significantly. It's almost hitting a penny. I bought it at 0.0030. Now it's at 0.0075. And that seems like such a minuscule amount, but that makes a big difference in those numbers like that. And I bought a lot of it because you can buy a lot of it at those numbers. So if it does end up getting above a penny, we're doing pretty well on it. And I do think BitTorrent is going to be doing well because BitTorrent has been around for a very long time before it got into the blockchain space, and a lot of people know what it is. It definitely has brand recognition. The Tron chain has actually been doing very well lately. Who knows? Maybe the Tron chain could actually end up being something worthwhile, but I will go ahead and mark that as good. Let's go to the main screen here and see what the dealio is. Bitcoin at 59,000, still just playing around with that 60,000 level. Let's see what happened in the last 24 hours here, as I've not been paying attention a whole lot. Although yesterday was a absolutely bull run green day on a lot of the projects that I have, and I was just giddy as a kid, so I was really happy and good with the kids yesterday because I was in a good mood. So yeah, it doesn't look like it ever really hit 60,000 yesterday. Maybe at one point it did. Oh, that was April 1st. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Let's go back to the main scoreboard and see what the deal. Ethereum has been absolutely blowing up. Yesterday it did hit 2,000, and now it's at 2104, and I do believe it did hit quite above that for a while. Let's see here. Come on now, give me the screen. I want to see the screen. I want to see where you've been last night, Ethereum. Where did you go? Well, this is taking a little time to I know. All-time high was April 2nd at $2,146.55. Ethereum went up to $2146.55. So that's pretty rad. It's at 2104.76. I do think it will stay at this level, and I think it will go even higher. Sunday's always going to be kind of, iffy. People are chilling out on Sunday, and tomorrow is Easter Sunday, so I think that will compound that. But then Monday, it's on. So I think Monday we're going to be seeing a very green day. So not financial advice here, and not TA or prediction. It's just a hunch. The Binance Coin's number 3 at 346.77, also doing very well. Polkadot jumped up to number 4. So Polkadot's been on fire at 44.90. Parachains, I don't know if they're implemented yet, but I've been hearing when Parachains get implemented, they will absolutely just go on a tear. Polkadot is a platform that allows diverse blockchains to transfer messages, including value, in a trust-free fashion, sharing their unique features while pooling their security. In brief, Polkadot is a scalable, heterogeneous multi-chain technology, and hence Parachains. Polkadot is heterogeneous because it is entirely flexible and makes no assumption about the nature or structure of the chains in the network. Even non-blockchain systems or data structures can become parachains if they fulfill a set of criteria. It may be considered equivalent to a set of independent chains containing Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Namecoin, Bitcoin, etc., except with important additions: pooled security and trust-free interchain transactability. Many of the native parachains of Polkadot will be written using Polkadot Runtime Environment SDK, Parity, technology substrate. So, it's going to be a whole new way of doing blockchain. I know a lot of you may not have understood that description there, and that's okay. A lot of people ask, how do I learn blockchain and cryptocurrency? I don't understand anything that's going on. I don't understand any of the words you're using. It all just sounds like Greek to me, and that's fine. Let it sound like Greek for a while. For the longest time, I would go running, or I would work out or whatever, or on my commute, and I would just listen to these YouTubers and podcasters and everything, and I maybe understood a few words here and there of what they were talking about, and that's okay. And what you do is, learning context is a huge part of learning languages. I've learned Spanish and I've learned French, and in both cases I had to learn context before I could actually apply the classroom Spanish and French that I learned. A lot of people will take years of a language in the class, and then they'll get out in the real world and they'll not be able to understand anything. So context is king. So when you immerse yourself in these podcasts and these YouTube channels and these articles and everything like that, and you're finding yourself only able to understand little bits and pieces here and there, soon those little bits and pieces will grow and grow and grow to eventually you're understanding the entire thing. And that's what I was doing. I did not know any of the terminology, and I would just put it on and just treat it like white noise. And it was just constantly just being inundated in my head about what all these people were saying in these interviews and these videos and stuff like that. And eventually I just began to understand, and I'm still to this day, obviously, a lot of the mistakes I make in these videos, not understanding a lot of these concepts. I mean, Parachains to me is still kind of like, and I just force myself to listen to stuff I don't understand, and I obviously don't have imposter syndrome because I'm sitting here every morning talking about stuff that I sometimes only vaguely have a grasp on, but really I'm just letting you guys voyeuristically watch me learn it, so maybe I can help other people step up and have the courage to do something similar and to learn themselves as well, and so I can maybe make some mistakes so you don't have to, and I'll ask the stupid questions so you don't have to as well, and show people that it's not just elitists and developers and stuff like that who can participate in this field. Everybody can be a part of this type of technology. All right, so anyway, now that little sermon's over, Tether is in number 5. So Tether got knocked down out of its top 4 stablecoin, kind of being inserted in there. Cardano is number 6 now at $1.22. Been kind of hanging around that area. XRP at 62 cents, so it did have a little boost last night. 7.1% up in the past 24 hours. Uniswap 31.81, so it's still hanging in there. I know that there's been a lot of gossip and stuff going on with Hayden Adams or something blocking a bunch of people, saying that, I don't know, something about Bancor and Uniswap, and I have a hard time following sometimes these politics going on in the crypto space, and I have no idea what they're talking about. But some people are saying, well, Hayden's destroying his own reputation and wada, and then Hayden's saying, well, I don't know. They're just going back and forth to each other, and I can't even follow it. So, but regardless, the price is not affected. and it's up 9.7% in the past 7 days and 8.5% in the past 24 hours. So hey, regardless of what the gossip is, that just shows you to not really pay attention to what people do on Twitter and what they say on Twitter. You can go there just to kind of know the political climate and know what's going on a little bit and maybe be informed of new projects, but don't put all your eggs into what's being said on Twitter. So another little sermon tidbit there. Litecoin 214.17. It's doing very well in the past 24 hours, 14.7 in the past 7 days, 16.9%. Chainlink has been on a tear, $32.10. I've been waiting for Chainlink to do this for a while. I've said before, Chainlink will just completely shoot up, and then it'll come back down about halfway from where it shot up, and then it'll just sit there for a while. And then it'll wait, a few months, a few weeks, whatever, and then do the same thing. Shoot way up there and then come back down about halfway. So I'm waiting on Chainlink to do the same here. I think it still has some more to go. I think Chainlink's going to end up in the high 40s, but I'm just throwing that out there, and I have absolutely nothing to base that on except for just patterns that I've watched Chainlink go on in the past year and a half or so. So yeah. And it has done very well in the past year and a half. So let's take a quick look at Chainlink. So this time last year, it's gone up 1,296.8%. So let's zoom back out a year on Chainlink and see what's going on here. So yeah, this time last year, Chainlink's price was at $2.36. And I was buying into Chainlink then, and I'm really glad I did, and I have not sold any Chainlink, and I've just been continuously buying all up through here, and now here we are at 32.09. The all-time high was February 20th, 2021 at 36.95. So I think we're going to find an all-time high up here above 40, up here in the mid to high 40s, and then it'll probably come back down, I think, to around 40, so or maybe high 30s. So yeah, I feel good about Chainlink. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. So that is the top 10. Theta network right here is at 1235. I think a lot of people are getting spoiled right now who are buying into Theta. I've been following Theta for quite a while, and it's amazing to even see it up here where it is above $10. So Theta has a lot of stuff going on with it. They've pushed back some plans. They are going to roll out Theta 3.0 in July now, or June or July. I can't remember which one it was, but I think June. And yeah, they were supposed to roll out basically right now, or at the end of March, and they weren't quite ready yet with all this explosion of NFTs and everything going on with that. So they pushed out the date just to make sure that they were ready. This is not a constant kid in class who's tardy all the time. This is not Cardano or Ethereum, where they're constantly pushing back dates, and Theta doesn't do that. They have actual plans and reasoning behind it. So I have full faith that Theta will continue to go up, and right now this is probably maybe even a good time to buy in. So yeah, that's just my opinion though, and yeah, that's just like my opinion, man. So anyway, Filecoin 171.50 up 38.4%. It looks like it's kind of coming back down to earth a little bit after that explosive rise, and now it's back down 11.7%. Filecoin is very closely aligned with the IPFS, the Interplanetary File System, which is a decentralized way to the internet has whenever you surf the internet, it sounds so 90s when I say that, but whenever you're using the internet, all the files that you transfer back and forth come back and forth from centralized servers. The IPFS allows files to come from decentralized servers, and that is a new protocol, and a lot of different projects are using that, and including the Brave browser, which I will get on that here in a second. And It's going to be a new way of doing things, and it already is. If you have an unstoppable domains .crypto domain or a .zil domain, and you make a website on that domain name, you will be using the IPFS system. So just that's all you really need to know about it right now. It's kind of a decentralized way to store files on the internet, and Filecoin is a method of going about doing that. And I need to go in deeper on Filecoin on an episode, and I will be doing that very soon because I think this is going to be essential for the new way that the internet is being done and being transitioned to. So yeah. Okay, anyway, Tron, like I said, is doing very well, up 56.7% in the past 7 days. Terra, I talked about yesterday, and really glad I finally cleared that error up and figured out what it was. It's been bothering me. Crypto.com, their CRO token, the crypto chain went on the mainnet recently, and it's up 9.3% in the past 7 days. So I think we'll be seeing some big things coming with them, especially if they continue doing their work with Visa. So we'll see. And then Aave is actually going back up, 407.17. I'm very glad to see that. I have some coins stuck on the Aave DeFi platform that I don't want to take off because the Ethereum fees are just so damn high right now. And I'm not in any rush to take it off. It's gaining some decent interest, and by staking those tokens, and I have a good amount of Aave to claim that I've earned, but I've had Aave for a while before it shot up to the hundreds here. But either way, it's just, the fees, it's just like a punch in the stomach when you go in to take your stake off, and it's a 10-day cooling period, and then I've already gone through 2 different cooling periods, and then I was ready to take it off the stake, and then I was just like, I can't do this, because it was trying to charge me like $175 or $200 or even $300 to pull my Aave tokens out of stake, or to claim even what I've earned. And I'm just like, no. So I'm okay. I'll wait for more of these innovations from Ethereum 2.0 to come about. And Aave is partnering up with MATIC and Polygon, the layer 2 Ethereum solution. So hopefully something can be done about those transaction fees to put on stake and take off stake onto that platform, and to put products on and off that platform, because I think that's been part of the reason why Aave has just been kind of not doing very well and sitting stagnant, is because of that type of stuff. So yeah, hold on, let me take a quick look. Aave Polygon, because Aave is an amazing DeFi platform. I love Aave. It was one of the first DeFi platforms that I was able to wrap my head around and use. So I'm really happy to see this news. It's a way you can borrow against your Ethereum, or borrow against your stable coins or anything, and pull money out against it, and then you can use that money to trade, or to buy a car, or whatever you want to do, and then you can pay it back whenever you want. And or you can lock up your tokens and you can earn interest on it. Whopping gas fees shouldn't limit DeFi to 5-figure portfolios. So that's what's kind of happening with Ethereum, is it's creating like this glass ceiling where you have to have, you can't just have like $1,000 worth of Ethereum or Aave tokens or anything else to work on DeFi platforms, because you're spending a good $175 or $200 of that $1,000 in order to just interact with the protocol in gas fees. And so what it's doing is creating a glass ceiling for big boys to come in, and they're the only ones allowed to use the DeFi platforms. And that was the problem that DeFi was trying to solve in the first place, is only the elites are allowed to borrow against their money and use it as collateral and work with, and before it was the credit system. You don't have good enough credit, we're not going to allow you these investment opportunities. You're not an accredited investor, etc. So what decentralized finance has solved is a way for anybody to use their automated platforms. It's not based on your credit score or anything like that, or some banking institution to approve or deny you. It's automatic. But what has happened is there's been this whole new sense of high gas fees that's just creating this automatic, I guess, sifter of people who just don't want to or can't pay those high gas fees in order to interact with the protocol. So it is weeding out people with not as much means, and it is not truly democratic. And so you can't force a democracy, I don't think, because then that becomes communism or socialism. In a way, you can't force equality, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So the DeFi platforms were making it to where everybody was equally being able to use their money without a credit system segregating people. But now that the gas fees are so high, it's almost been like an automated segregation mechanism that is now segregating people. So Aave is looking to solve this problem right now with Polygon, formerly MATIC, and it's the MATIC token. It is a layer 2 Ethereum solution, and I believe they use Plasma to be able to do fast transactions, and I have talked about that in the past, but that's basically just all you need to know right now. Is it is a way to do really quick and cheap transactions on a code layer on top of the Ethereum blockchain. So you have to transfer your tokens, your Ethereum tokens, to the MATIC network, and then which is one initial gas fee, and that kind of sucks. But then once you're on that platform, you can go back and forth at pretty much lightning speed and with real low fees. And loopring.io is another solution like that as well. And I have tokens on both platforms that I use to do kind of funny money type of trading back and forth, so I can learn a little bit more about trading. But anyway, Aave is now implementing Polygon, the MATIC network, into their infrastructure. So hopefully this can solve that. Announced Wednesday, Aave will be exploring scalable sidechains with Polygon to escape the high transaction fees that currently exist on Ethereum. Aave says it will soon use a soon-to-be available smart contract bridge that will seamlessly port assets from one network to the other. That's awesome. What does this mean for pulling my tokens out of stake? I don't know yet. The DeFi summer of 2020 has not really slowed down, with close to 43 billion currently locked within DeFi lending platforms built on Ethereum. Aave, a DeFi protocol aimed at both retail and institutional clients, has a market size of $5.41 billion, making it the third largest in the sector according to DeFi Pulse. High transaction fees are a feature of successful public blockchain, as they define actors ready to pay the market price to use in decentralized services, Aave's founder Stanley Kulachov told CoinDesk. And that is true. Ethereum is a very successful public blockchain, which is why the fees are so high, because it's an open and democratic system in which the highest bidder can pay for their transaction to go through first. But what happens is guys like me who don't have a bunch of money actually care about paying those high gas fees, and I can't compete with with what a lot of these guys with a lot of money coming in here doing trades are able to offer. So that being said, DeFi was always intended to create a sustainable and more inclusive alternative to traditional finance. If DeFi is great but only limited to portfolios of 5 figures and up, DeFi will be falling short of its mission to be finance for everybody. Amen. Absolutely true. Ryan Selkis tweets, I think we're still all underestimating what mainstream crypto adoption will look like when gas fees are $100 per transaction. Polygon's latest get, the Polygon network is powered by DeFi's omnipresent data oracle Chainlink, allowing the Aave protocol to maintain the highest standard of safety for the protocol price feeds, Kulachov pointed out. In addition to creating a sidechain that allows fast and nearly free transactions, Polygon's ecosystem of apps includes community favorites Aave Gotchi and decentralized exchange QuickSwap. I did try to cover QuickSwap a few episodes back, and it ended up in disaster. But it's what it is. Sidechain on Ethereum refers to any mechanism that allows tokens from the layer 1 main chain to be used securely within a completely separate blockchain, but still move back to the original chain if necessary. So what a sidechain does is it takes your Ethereum and you upload your Ethereum to the sidechain, and then you can work on that sidechain and do all the transactions and everything that you need to do. And then once all that is done, then everything and only the necessary parts of it move over to the main Ethereum blockchain to create a record of those transactions. So you're not dealing with the slow, congested Ethereum main blockchain transactions while you're over here just wanting to do some small little piddly transactions. So you can do all those on the sidechain and then go back and record it when you're done on the main blockchain. One of the main benefits of DeFi is the ability to build synergies with other projects, Kulachov said. By providing wide access to Aave, there's no need for a winner-takes-all scalability solution, and users can choose the solution they feel comfortable with. So yes, Polygon, MATIC network are not the only layer 2 scaling solutions. Like I said, there's Loopring and there's several others out there. So I think this is great. Let me just take a quick look at the Aave website, just so you can see. It is a real clean, easy, simple website to use. Here's the list of all this stuff. You can deposit all these stable coins here, and you can earn some pretty good APY, way better than any type of savings account. So if you don't feel like investing in some volatile cryptocurrency, you can just deposit in stable coins, which are all pegged to the dollar, which all these here are pegged to the dollar from Gemini dollar on up. And it's an easy way to have some stability in the crypto market, and then you can deposit it in these protocols, and you can earn 24.72% off of the USDC. So you can earn, and that's a hell of a lot more than the 0.09% you might earn in your bank account. This is ridiculous what the banks are doing. And some countries, I believe there's negative interest rates, so you have to pay the bank to save money. And then you can deposit cryptocurrencies. Kyber network is at 9.39%, and this all fluctuates quite a bit depending on the supply and demand of a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Let's take a quick look. We'll go in and enter this app. There's all the markets, and you can have a wallet here, some Aave locked up, and my dashboard. You can deposit more, you can borrow against it, you can swap it now, and you can stake it. Now let's check out this Aave market with Polygon. Okay, so you can enter the Polygon market, and from here then you can deposit and borrow against it, I guess. I'll have to explore this a little more. I haven't really looked at it since they've implemented this Polygon market on the Aave platform. So interesting stuff. Okay, I'm about to sign off, but I wanted to cover one more thing here. New York Times actually wrote an article about privacy and private browsers. I just thought it was cool because it's a really mainstream news source, and they're talking about Brave and DuckDuckGo and talking about privacy and browsers, and talking about how crappy Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge are about using your data. And they're just basically promoting to the mainstream audience about what a private browser is, what browser is, and why that matters. And basically they just talk about the Brave browser and DuckDuckGo, and then they dramatize some battle of the browsers. But I think it's really cool that you can see that on New York Times. I will link this article in the video sources. And then here's an article on Hacker Noon that I thought is really good. And it just basically gives a little history on the Brave browser and digital privacy and the battle against surveillance capitalism. And it talks a little bit about Brandon Eich. He's the inventor of the JavaScript language and of Mozilla Firefox, and then now of Brave browser. So it just talks basically about how JavaScript is a central role in the backbone of the current internet and how in the browser system. And then it's also talking about how Brave is integrating the IPFS interplanetary file system, the peer-to-peer protocol for hosting web content that can make the idea of a decentralized web a reality and make the internet faster and resistant to censorship. So Brave will be implementing this, which I think is amazing. If you don't have Brave browser, I'd recommend installing it. Have as many ads pop up at the bottom. It's just like a little tiny box that pops up right there, and you can click on it and you can earn Brave just for clicking on those. I would definitely accumulate as much Brave as you can, and here's a diagram between advertiser, user, and publisher that gives everybody equal power in all this. And it definitely puts the user at top and gives the user the most power. So it makes, the users are rewarded with BAT tokens for allowing their information to be used if the user wants, and the user's interactions are also private. So this is a good article as well. I will link this in the video description. But yeah, there's Brave browser does not use trackers, run ads, or collect your personal data, unlike browsers such as Google. It's available on desktop and mobile. So yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on in Brave to streamline and make that a better browser. So I would definitely look into it, at least read this article and learn a little bit about Brandon Eich, who invented the JavaScript language 25 years ago, and he didn't know it turned into the catalyst for the targeted ads and invasive tracking that now plague the web. Now the digital online ecosystem that leverages JavaScript is completely broken. Not only does the current system exploit user data, but it also slows down page loads, drains batteries, and creates a miserable user experience. JavaScript is actually very relevant in the context of what's happening in the internet because the version 8 JavaScript engine is used as a core search engine in many web browsers, including Google Chrome and Brave browser. It's the backbone of much of the modern internet. Much of today, our data is exploited, and thus privacy as well, because many companies, big tech being the biggest offenders, collect our cookies or our browsing data and have invasive tracking to serve us personalized or targeted ads that sell user data to third parties. So if you mention, I don't know, man, if you mention going to Idaho, then suddenly you will start seeing ads and everything like that about Idaho. Coincidentally, right? You just because your phone was in your pocket, well, a lot of that stuff is run off of JavaScript. So yeah. Anyway, browsing data is sold to the web without consent. Ad fraud is pervasive. Publishers lose more than half of ad revenue to middlemen, and user experience is poor. We have to reject surveillance capitalism and replace it with something that works for everyone. Luckily for us, Brandon Eich, the creator of JavaScript and the early web, not only realized the ways in which they are being exploited today in today's surveillance capitalism and ad tech age, but also wants to fix the broken business models of the internet and restore the original promise of a free internet. Brandon Eich created Mozilla and the Firefox browser for these very reasons, in fact, as a private alternative to Google and their Chrome browser. In 2016 TED Talk, Brandon Eich explains the early internet, cookies, JavaScript, and problems with the modern internet, surveillance capitalism, as well as solutions with privacy, private browsers, and the promise of a decentralized internet, his Web 3.0 company Brave, and how it flips the business model of traditional ad tech companies such as Google on its head. Now, at first, I thought all this was kind of a boring topic, but the more I learn about it, the more I am becoming interested in browser technology and privacy and surveillance, and especially with the way everything is going towards people institutions trying to push these COVID passports, which I think are absolutely disastrous, and I'm 100% against. But this is right here becoming more and more of an interesting topic to me. I'll link this article, and I'm going to be watching this interview here, and this guy Brandon Eich has become a very interesting personality to me now. So, all right. With that being said, I'm going on 33 minutes. I started this podcast and this broadcast this morning with absolutely nothing to talk about, and here I am, 33 minutes into it, rambling about stuff and about projects. It's because it's so easy for me to find something to talk about in this space. When I first got into the crypto space, everything just sounded like Greek to me, or just like the Charlie Brown teacher, wah, 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 wah. And then now here, I'm understanding almost everything, and I'm becoming really passionate about specific topics and things that are important to me. So it will happen for you too. If you're new to the space, just give it time and stay at it and keep on top of it. Feel free to ask questions and feel free to go ahead and look stupid. You know, I look stupid every single time I jump on this broadcast every morning. So keep it up. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm here at Twitter at EurekaJohn1. I'm on Odyssey and I have my channel over here. And no. Yeah, anyway, my channel was up on there. Now it's just a bunch of random videos. Give me a thumbs up or whatever, and it helps my algorithm. Like and subscribe, or don't. Thumbs down if you want to be that way. All right. I will talk to you guys on Easter tomorrow. All right, bye.